Hey guys, what's going on? In this, we're going to go over the campaign guide for Heroes 7.1 all the way to Doom 3.9. And basically, I'm just going to give you recommendations. Now, what this list consists of is not necessarily the best teams for these nodes, but they are going to be free-to-play accessible, and these characters will also have purpose outside of just these campaign nodes, whether it's war characters or even better than that. So let's get right into it. Again, if you see any mistakes, please let me know in the comments down below. Not that I rushed through this, but basically sometimes I just miss things from time to time, which I think most people find that to be understandable. But let's get right into it. So we're going to start with Heroes 7.1 and end with Doom 3. So let's go Heroes 7.1 to 7.3, and that's going to be City Heroes that's required. These 5 right here are just going to be probably really accessible to people. I know Symbiote Spider-Man is probably the least accessible out of all of these 5 characters because he's in the milestone orbs, but I like him there. You could also run Ghost Rider there or something, but basically I think probably the best team right now for Heroes 7.1 through 7.3 is going to be either Heroes for Hire or Shadowlands with someone replacing Elektra. But I think this team will hopefully help you get through it. You know, Miss Marvel is there to help Daredevil and Symbiote Spider-Man. She-Hulk is just a beast, and then Night Nurse is a great healer as well. So that's my recommendation. That's my free-to-play recommendations for Heroes 7.1 to 7.3. For Heroes 7.4 to 7.6, this is Global Heroes. If you have Axemen, I think that's probably your best team, but a lot of people probably don't. So I just kind of want to give you a bunch of mutants that I think are going to have longevity in this game. And then Red Guardian as well, just because he will heal himself up with his taunt. But yeah, I think basically with this team, this powerhouse team, you're just going to be able to get through the nodes pretty quickly. I want to know what you guys think for global. I think you could also run skill military as well. So that includes, but I will say skill military is kind of lacking in, you can only really use Red Guardian, Yelena, and Black Widow. But you could also do, you know, the global Wave 1 Avengers too. There's plenty of options for Heroes City and Heroes Cosmic, or Heroes Global and Heroes Cosmic. So I just kind of want to throw that team together just because I like this team. But if you have a better suggestion, please let me know. Next up, Heroes 7.7 through 7.9 is going to be Heroes Cosmic. So you're going to be running basically the Dad Bros with Captain Marvel, and then you're going to have Star-Lord and Gamora together. Gamora is a beast. The Dad Bros are beast. Captain Marvel will help, you know, keep herself alive, and then basically Star-Lord is going to feed energy to Gamora as well. Obviously, Heroes Cosmic, if you have access to a lot of Infinity Watch, then I think that's probably the route to go. But again, these are going to be characters that you have access to probably before these nodes. I will say I think there's 2 legendaries on this, and that's Star-Lord and Shuri, but they are very accessible, so I think it's all right that they're kind of on here. Next up, we have Villain 7.1 through 7.3, and that's going to be AIM, Hydra, and Sinister Six. So basically, I have Zemo, Hydra Sniper, Hydra Grenadier, and Hydra Rifle Trooper, and then Mysterio. Mysterio can revive himself if he dies. But basically, hopefully with Baron Zemo, you can clear this pretty easily. You could also do Winter Soldier or Crossbones or something like this. I would say avoid leveling up AIM just because they really don't have too much purpose right now. I don't think so, at least. And also this team, if you replace Mysterio with Red Skull, this is basically who I run as a Hydra offensive war team. Again, Hydra, you can pick and choose who you want to go, but this is who I'm going to say. I also like the speed boost that Hydra Sniper gives to the other Hydra minions. And if you have access to Red Skull before this and you can put him in there, that's even better for Mysterio, but Red Skull isn't farmable till after this node. So again, and this is AIM, let's see, AIM, Hydra, and Sinister Six. Next up, we have Villain 7.4 to 7.6. Villain 7.7 to 7.9 has no restrictions other than Villain, obviously, so I'm not going to go over those. There's a couple of, you know, 3-section nodes like that I'm just going to skip over because there's no restrictions. But still, Villain 7.4 to 7.6 is going to be Mystic Villains. So this is kind of the one that I really don't have a good free-to-play advice for people. If you have Hela, obviously replace Nobu. Mordo is good on the Supernatural team. Loki and if you have access to Hela, are good with that Supernatural team as well. Hela Natural. Juggernaut's going to be there because he's Mystic and not Mutant, so he will draw a lot of the damage. And then you will also have Elektra probably leveled up for Shadowlands, at least for War Offense. So I think this is probably one of the best ways to get through. Obviously, if you have Hela, replace Nobu. You could also do Hand Sorceress for Nobu, but you're probably going to have a little bit of resources into Nobu anyways for the Hand Catalyst Challenge. This is probably the least fun of the villains. But it is what it is right now. Again, Villain 7.3 7.7 to 7.9 has no restrictions, and then I believe Nexus 8.1 to 8.3 has no restrictions, so that leaves us at Nexus 8.4 to 8.6. And so for Nexus 8.4 to 8.6, that is going to be Kree Guardian and Asgardian, and it will unlock you Karnak. Gamora with the other with the other 3 Guardians will be able to do a lot of damage, and then I like Captain Marvel there. If you have Phyla-Vell, you can throw Phyla-Vell in there, but again, I want to give you free-to-play characters for the most part. Again, there's plenty of combinations. You could do Asgardians with this, but again, Asgardians as a whole, they're not kind of really a good defensive team. Most people are either running Hela and Loki on Supernatural, or with like a Zemo Hydra hybrid team, and then they're running Thor with Wave 1. Basically, again, if you have Phyla-Vell, that's probably the best. But yeah, honestly, a lot of people are still running kind of like Tech-Nerva, a combination of like Vision, Ghost, Star-Lord, Rocket, and Groot, or something. There's some combination like that, so there is some sort of team with it. Again, you can probably come up with a better team if you have access to Phyla-Vell or anything like that, but again, I just want to give you farmable characters. You will probably also have an easier time with Asgardians, but you may not want to be wasting resources on like Heimdall and Sif. But yeah, here's Nexus 8.4 to 8.6. This should be able to get you through it too, especially with how powerful Gamora is. Alright, so for Nexus 8.7, 8.9, this is Shield, Brotherhood, or X-Men, and this will unlock you Thanos. I basically am going to recommend Uncanny X-Men. If you have access to X-Men, I think you can do that as well. But you could also do Brotherhood too, but I don't think Brotherhood has longevity. I like Phoenix in here, and I mentioned that you would have legendaries. I think you would have Phoenix. If you're able to get through Villains 7.6, you should be farming for Hela anyways to help you unlock Phoenix. And if you have the other 3, Uncanny, along with Beast and Phoenix, you'll still get a 3 stars, even if Phoenix wipes, or if she goes into her Dark Phoenix form. But again, if you have Axeman, I think that's a better team. But Uncanny should hopefully help you get through it. When I first did this, I ran like Phoenix, Colossus, Black Bolt, Yo-Yo, and Crystal. Or not Yo-Yo and Crystal. I ran Phoenix, Colossus, like Wolverine, Storm, and someone else, and I just had made sure my Phoenix didn't die. But again, that was a long time ago. And again, if you have any other suggestions or anything like that, I just want to know. But I'm just trying to set you up to have like kind of war teams along with being able to get to these campaign nodes. Next up, we have Doom 1.1 to Doom 1.3, and that's going to be Hero, Mutant, or Inhuman. Right now, there are... So I think if you have access to multiple man, which you may, you can run him in for Yo-Yo spot, but multiple man isn't farmable till Doom 3.9, so I'm going to basically recommend X Factor, X23 along with that, and then Yo-Yo to apply offense down to the opposing team. I just think this team will work, and you should have access to these characters as well. I will say 2 of them are war characters, but that's all right, and then Polaris is in Cosmic like 1.6 or something. Next up, we have Doom 1.4 to 1.6, and that is Hero, Mystic, or Guardian, and this should help you unlock Red Skull. So I'm going to be basically recommending the 3 Hero, Supernatural, and then Gamora along with Star-Lord. Supernatural still kind of has a place. A lot of people run Supernatural of Mordo, Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange. They might do Scarlet Witch and Hela, or they might replace Scarlet Witch with Loki, but I think this team will work for you. Doom 1.7 to Doom 1.9, that is either going to be Shield, Wave 1, or Fantastic Four. I think Wave 1 is the best way to go. They're honestly probably the best starting team right now that's in game, and they have a lot of longevity, especially if you have Healer ISO on Hulk. That helps out the team a lot. Doom 2.1 to 2.3, that is going to be AIM, Merc, or Wakanda. This is basically a war defensive team right here, and with Shuri, they should have longevity along with Merc Lieutenant. I just think it's probably the best team. Doom 2.4 to 2.6, that is going to be, let's see, that is Spider-Verse, Marauders, or Hand. Emma is not a Marauder, but Sinister is probably the best Marauder, and then you have the 4 symbiotes that are farmable. Carnage is in the War Store, Venom is node farmable, Scream is in the Arena Store, and then Symbiote Spider-Man is in that Milestone Orb. So again, it might be tricky whether or not you have them, but with Sinister, they should be able to be fine. You can clone whoever and get away with it. Doom 2.7 to 2.9, let's see, that is Black Order, Hydra, or Power Armor. Basically, this is just, like I said, whatever Hydra War offensive team you want to run. Zemo and Red Skull together are great. Hydra Sniper is going to give Red Skull some more speed. Grenadier works really well with Zemo, and then I like Hydra Hydra Trooper, because if he dies and then Red Skull revives him, he will come in with his little, you know, his spray and pray or whatever you want to call it, where he basically attacks all the enemies. Next up, we have Doom. So it looks like, or from what I remember, Doom 3-1 to 3-3 has no restrictions. Doom 3-4 to 3-6, that is going to be Avengers or Fantastic Four, and this will help you unlock Yellow Jacket. I'm just going to recommend Wave 1 again. You will probably invest in them anyways, and you can run them on War Defense. You can also take out Black Widow and put her on Skilletary, and put Captain Marvel in for this spot as well. The next up, we have Hero Supernatural and Hero Tech, and this should be your multiple man node. So basically, I'm going to recommend the 3 Hero Supernatural, Shuri to kind of give energy to everybody, and then Falcon get off his special so your team can get as many moves as possible. I will say Falcon is probably one of the only characters that is not really on a war team anymore. I don't think most people are using power armor on war offense or anything, but you may want to use him in the Blaster Challenge just because his special is so powerful. But yeah, that's going to do it for our heroes. That's going to do it for our campaign guide from Hero 7-1 to Doom 3-9. I want to know if you have any kind of like, have any other suggestions or anything along the way. Again, I wanted to give you characters that you would have access to or should be able to have access to, so you don't waste resources into other characters. Again, if you think AIM is probably best for like Villain 7-1 to 7-3 or whatever, that's fine too. Let me hear it, because I think it's better if we all come together and kind of just like be like, no, this is the best team, or this is the best team, and you're not wasting resources, just to help out the community the best we can. But again, I wanted to give you, there are much better teams than what I'm recommending, but these are all going to be farmable characters prior to getting to this point, and I think that's important to be able to go over and have access to. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. On this channel, I do guides, I do orb openings, and I do streams, and I do all sorts of Marvel Strike Force stuff, so make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button, join the Discord, follow me on Twitch, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.